Speakers, I'm going to call them to the front. Chris Funderburg, Aubrey Vercon, Amy McCarthy, Margaret Follet, Richard Jesse. First we have Chris Funderburg. You may approach the podium, Mr. Funderburg. Thank you.
I feel like Sisyphus sometimes. Hello, my name is Chris Funderburg. My address is on file. I have two things I want to address tonight. First, Mikkel Lewis, chairwoman of the Safe Schools Advisory Committee, slandered me last week. As a member of that council, she was representing PWCS. Not removing her for office would show that you're not serious about being a good example to students. Second, the meteoric rise of the number of youth identifying as trans is undeniable. In the US, it has increased 4 times in just a few years. In the UK, it has increased 4,000% in a decade. Why is this worrying? It's worrying because the rate of suicide attempts among the trans youth population is twice the rate of the rest of the population. Some might say, this is why we must affirm gender identity choices. But that is a self-licking ice cream cone. Affirming gender identity children, let alone adolescents, will set them up to make choices that they can't come back from. Taking hormones or having gender-affirming surgery will cause permanent changes. I and many others believe that what we are seeing is rapid onset gender dysphoria, ROGD. It's a form of social contagion, like TikTok challenges or everybody wanting the latest pair of Air Jordans. Here's a quote from Psychology Today, quote, Littman raises cautions about encouraging young people's desire to transition in all instances. From the cases reviewed in her study, she concluded that what she terms rapid onset gender dysphoria appears to be a novel condition that emerges from cohort and contagion effects and novel social pressures. From this perspective, ROGD likely exhibits an etiology and epidemiology that is distinct from the classic cases of gender dysphoria documented in the DSM. Littman hypothesizes that ROGD can be cast as a maladaptive coping mechanism for other underlying mental health issues such as trauma or social maladjustment, but also for other exceptional traits like high IQ and giftedness. The peer support, prestige, and identity leveraged by the youth who proudly come out as trans certainly appears to be protective in their circles, end quote. Adolescence is a hard time for many teenagers. They don't feel comfortable in their skin or they have other mental health issues, but see the pedestal that trans kids are put on and try it out. They get all the attention and affirmation they were seeking and unable to previously find. They become convinced that they are trans by peers and teachers, and to be truly happy, they must be their authentic self. To put it succinctly, we are creating trans youth who then go on to get affirmation surgery and take hormones. When this doesn't address the underlying mental health issues, or they realize that they aren't trans and have destroyed their body, they're in an even worse place. We can strive to prevent bullying of everybody, LGBT or straight, without pushing an ideology on children that is gonna boomerang with devastating consequences. We can help the exceedingly rare trans kids without creating a time bomb. Thank you.